Okay, so here we're just going to do a little walkthrough of how to sterilize things in the BioFabLab using a pressure cooker. The first thing you need to do is make sure your medium or whatever you want to sterilize is ready. Here I have just some coffee grounds, but as you can see, it's a good idea to not fill it up all the way to the top, rather wouldn't go over about 2/3 since it can expand when you heat it. Cover the top with tinfoil or something that will allow the air to escape, and then put on a bit of autoclave tape. First, you have to fill it with a bit of water. This should be just a few centimeters depth, not enough to actually start covering the base of whatever you want to sterilize. Okay, so here we have just a little bit of water. And now before you put the medium in, you have to make sure that there's something separating the base of the pressure cooker and the base of the medium. We don't really have a proper separation plate, we do in the big cooker, but for now we're just going to use a spoon to improvise. And perfect. This way the medium will sit just on top of the layer of water. In here you just got to make sure it sits properly and twist it so you get a seal. Before we switch it on, we have to see that this is completely open, the pressure seal, and then we're just going to turn it to maximum heat. Here now, the steam has begun to come out here, it's really hot, and we have it currently on maximum heat. You want to do this until it reaches this stage where the pressure gauge is popped up and it's releasing steam. Now we have the pressure meter switched all the way to open, and once the steam starts coming out, as it is doing now, you want to switch it closed so it maintains the maximum pressure inside, and then turn the heat down to about halfway, medium heat equivalent. And now we can leave it like this for the required amount of time, which in our case is about half an hour. So now you can see that it's built up all the pressure and it's just releasing steam to lose the excess pressure. Now it's actually hit the end of its time run, so we switched off the heating and just allowing it to cool down on its own. Actually, we can take it off soon. Take it off the heat and just allow it to cool down. This is important to do before opening the lid so that it doesn't expand all at once. Okay, so now that it's had a little bit of time to cool off, we've just got to slowly release the pressure from this valve. And as I said, slowly, just so it doesn't expand all at once. Okay, so as you can see by this little red pressure gauge, there is very little pressure inside, and we can slide it open. There you go. Now the sample is really hot, so you can just remove it wearing the correct gloves or something to grab it. And as you can see from the tape here, it's turned black, which means it's been sufficiently sterilized. And that's pretty much how you do it with the pressure cooker. You can just empty the water afterwards and let your sample cool off for a bit, then it's ready to use. Okay, so we also have this much bigger pressure cooker here, which you can do for larger loads. And there are just a few differences which we should point out, but otherwise it's the same process as already demonstrated. Inside here you can see, if you want to show, that there's already a plate at the bottom, so we don't have to try balance the samples on a spoon or anything. That's already there, and you just need to fill it up more or less to that level so it doesn't come above with water. Then, as you can in order to close it, you just have to lift this one up here, make sure it's nicely in line, and then press together the handle and close it. Then you turn on the heat, and once steam has, and leave this open. You can check, if you like, before starting by looking through this part here to make sure that it's all clear. That's just a good principle. Then once steam has started to come out of here, once you've heated it, you've turned on the heat to max, you put this cap on, like so, and turn the heat down to medium. Then from there on it's the same procedure as demonstrated.